All sports, all plays. Yeah. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making up plays. You talking the game, get you to the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays. Yeah.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to All Sports, All Plays Network, our new show, Red Kingdom. I'm so excited to be hosting the show. Shout out to Freddie for giving me the opportunity. So thank you so much, Freddie. And I'm here with my co-host, my man, RJ.
What's up, everybody?
Hey. All right. So on this show, we're gonna talk Chiefs, and so because there was no show on the network that did that, so I wanted to be the one to do that. So we talk exclusively Chiefs here, so we're gonna delve right into it and get into the free agency talk. Patrick Mahomes came out this week, said, I don't want no rookie.
Can't blame him.
I don't want no rookie.
He don't want to change no diapers out there.
Yeah, he don't want to change no diapers. That's right. So he wanted a veteran receiver. And so Amari Cooper is about to get released from the Cowboys. Cole Beasley is on his way out in Buffalo. Those are two good ones that I can think of right there. Mm-hmm. Who do you think the Chiefs should go after? Should it be Beasley? Should it be Cooper? Or should it be someone else?
I was thinking Amari Cooper, even though he might be a little pricey. I was thinking is with what we got, 25, 30 free agents. I think we could free up some space. And I think we got 10 picks, and the way we stockpile picks as a team, you can always use them as collateral as well. So looking for a big playmaker, a big downfield playmaker, take some pressure off of Kelsey and Cheetah. Sure.
Yeah, they just need somebody that can run slants and curls. That's it. Like they don't have to. In this offense, whoever's the next guy that comes in, they don't have to do a whole lot.
Right.
And my dude Mike, what's the deal? He said we should take Allen Robinson. I wouldn't be mad at that either.
Mm-mm.
I wouldn't be mad at getting Allen Robinson.
Sure hands, for sure.
Yeah, sure hands. He's not going to drop too many. So, yeah, I would love that. I would love Allen Robinson. What's up, Freddie? Appreciate you, my man. Robinson, Beasley, like I said, he's very sure-handed as well. He can run the slants, the curls. My only thing with Amari Cooper is say that again.
Is he 27 or is he older than that?
Amari, I think he's 20. I think he's 27 now.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah. I'll have to. I'll have to double check on that real quick.
Right.
But my only concern with Amari Cooper is the big games that Dallas lost. He is 27.
Okay.
Amari Cooper came up small in a lot of games for them. And that's the only concern I have with Cooper is when it's a big game, is he going to show up or is he going to be like he was in Dallas and be nowhere near? So that's my only concern. I would rather, now if you're asking me my preference, I'd rather have either Cole Beasley or Allen Robinson.
Yeah, no arguments there.
Yeah, so as Mike said, 27 after 50. Yeah, yeah. He is out. Look, Amar, he does get injured. He does get injured, so that's another factor. I think whoever the Chiefs get, they need somebody that's going to be healthy.
Somebody that's going to hop off the plane, ready to contribute.
Ready to contribute, exactly. So
a good locker room guy too. That's not going to be a disturbance or a prima donna. A lot of receivers are they're brand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. So all three guys, they're not really the diva type. They just kind of do their job and stay out the spotlight. So any one of the three would fit. My only concern, like I said, with Cooper is vanishing in those big games and the injuries. So those are the only two things with him. So what you think, RJ, out of those three, who do you think would be the best fit?
Out of those three, I say, even with Cooper's injury, even with that, I still believe that he can just get off the plane and contribute. Sometimes all people need is a fresh start. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's all people need, a fresh start, fresh air, fresh city, fresh coaching staff, and it'll bring out a different side of him. But at this stage in his career, he is who he is for sure.
Yeah.
But sometimes a fresh start is all people need. Kind of like, for instance, like a Marshawn after Buffalo. You know what I mean? Sometimes a fresh start, fresh city just brings a different side of you out.
Yeah, it can. Yes, definitely. Yeah.
And I still look at Patrick, even after he did a disappearing act, but he's still he's the best quarterback in the league, if you ask me. So
thank you. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
There are some
people
that don't even have him top 5 that work on ESPN.
He came out so hot. It's hard to keep that momentum. Like, people got to understand now. You can't stay blazing hot forever. It's gonna be a little plateau. He's just a little plateauish right now, but he's gonna be right back up there. Sure.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes in a off year. He still got to the AFC Championship game.
He was still right there.
So it's like, okay, so that was an off year. They went to the AFC Championship game. So I would hate to see what a very on year looks like. So yeah. So I mean, people they love Burrow. So problem is everyone other than Gallup is a diva in free agency. Odell, yeah, that's true. That's true, Mike. Odell, I think he's gonna stay with the Rams.
You think they'll keep him around just because of his brand, or because is this his second knee injury?
Yeah, this is the second one. It was the same one that he that he injured. So that's
he's 31 now.
I believe so.
I think so. I would love him here if we could afford him, because I heard he showed interest in Kansas City before.
He has, yes, he has. Odell, he fits that offense with the Rams. We saw what he was doing in the Super Bowl before he got injured. So he was doing.
He still has gas in the tank too.
Oh yeah. Odell is 29. So
okay.
Odell's 29. He would work in it. I think Andy would kind of have that conversation with him if they sign him. Say, hey, we just need you to be cool. Don't do nothing, just none of
that TMZ.
Yeah, none of the TMZ and the Instagram and all. Look, just Pat is the leader of the offense. Just follow everything. Everything's gonna be good. And I think Odell now that he has a ring, he will have the right mindset coming in. It's like, okay, I'm a veteran. I have my championship now. Now I'm going to a team that have a history of winning. I'm playing with the best quarterback in football. I think he would be fine. I don't think he would do anything extra. And he knows that he would get his touches too. So,
Right.
you know, I think that will work out. But yeah, Odell. I heard Juju as well.
Yeah, from Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Juju. So, you know, I like Juju. I think Juju would fit, you know, too in there. Yeah.
But so, see, with the way the offense is set up, and the way and it's as naturally talented as Patrick is, you can almost plug in almost anybody just about. But like you said, he wants somebody with star power that has an ego, but is also a team player. And it's a handful of those. And with all of the picks we have to move around, and with all of the free agents and all the money we can move around, we're gonna bring in somebody that's gonna surprise us, that's gonna contribute right away for sure.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's nobody on the free agency list that I don't think would work here. It's nobody I look at where I'm like, nah, they better not. Like, there's no one, you know, on that. So I trust in Brett Veach. Brett Veach is the GOAT. He's the GOAT general manager. So
he put it together.
Yeah, he put it together. So I believe in Brett, and whoever they think is gonna fit, I'm gonna ride with, you know, whoever that person is. So you're good with OBJ coming if he did decide to come with the Chiefs?
I think the way when I think of LA, I don't think loyalty. I think Tinseltown. You know what I'm saying? When I think LA, I think, what have you done for me lately? NFL, not for long. And I just feel like that knee injury, I feel like if they love him as a brand and love him as a man, then they'll keep him around. But on the business side of things, they just might send him packing. Maybe 60-40, 60 keep him, 40 send him off.
Send him off, yeah.
60-40. And I would love to see him here. I think he fits right in with the speed game that we play. Even with the injury, he's still gonna be a sub 4 or 5-ish, 4.5-ish. He's still gonna be there.
All right, yeah.
He's still gonna be there.
Yeah, he's still
not gonna lose that much with the doctors and the trainers he got around him. He's not gonna drop off that much physically.
Yeah.
Not that much.
Well, just like Mike said in the comments, it's his 5th injury, but the second serious one to that same knee. That's gonna make a lot of teams kind of shy off because they don't know how Odell is gonna be after this second one.
We just need a 1-year deal out of him.
Yeah, 1 year. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
We'll take another ring. I'm sure he'll take another ring.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't know if LA is going to be loyal to him. I just don't see. I just don't see the way they snatched the team out of St. Louis, they operate. I just see them as business first, relationship, personnel second.
Yeah. Yes, Dominique Jones, here's your Chiefs report. Yes, it is. Going through the comments. OBJ will probably miss the entire season, though. Just having a few weeks. Yeah, that's a possibility.
We make the playoffs annually.
So
we just need him to show up and
show up. Yeah.
When it get cold outside, that's when we need it. Cold outside.
When it gets cold, that's it. That's it. They're saying he'll be back in late November. Okay, so if that's the timeline, and OBJ can come back in late November, I think the Chiefs will try to make a run at him then. Because they'll basically be telling Patrick, look, we'll get somebody else to fill in the first 2 months. Then November, December, we have OBJ coming in. We'll have him for the playoff run.
Yeah.
And I think Pat would be fine with that. Of course, he would like somebody to play the whole, season. But if they broke it down to him that way, I don't see Patrick Mahomes saying like, "Oh no, I don't see him saying no."
Right. And Pat is kind of a perfectionist, which is why we love him so much. Mm-hmm. So, like you said, he may want a guy that he can practice with now and get those reps with now, those practice reps. Get him in the spring. Like he could be throwing to somebody now. You know what I'm saying? We just not know. Mm-hmm. Like, see what the thing about Odell, like they said, I love him. I know he's a gamer, right? Mm-hmm. Like I practice. You practice. What practice, right? Right. Odell could get off the couch and go get you a few first downs. So, but Patrick might want somebody that he can have in OTAs and in camp and all of that. Just building that camaraderie. You know what I'm saying? You might want somebody like that too. That's available now.
That's now, yeah. So you can build that, build that chemistry, just like you were saying.
There you go.
So yeah, definitely. The defensive side. Daniel Sorensen's gonna be cut, thank God. So what do they do with Tyrann Mathieu now? Are the Chiefs gonna sign him back, or are they gonna let him go and just say, hey, okay, Thornhill, this is your secondary now, and just do that?
Or because I'm gonna tell you about Tyrann, what I think about Tyrann Mathieu. Mm-hmm. Once upon a time, nobody wanted him. He got in a little trouble. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know what happened. Everybody know what it was, but he got in a little trouble, so nobody wanted him. And then he came in and made a name for himself. Like, well, that was off the field. This is on the field. And since he's been on the field and the Chiefs gave him that chance, he's really proven himself to be a better man. Mm-hmm. And the thing about Tyrann, the reason I think he may take the money elsewhere is because he is a brand, Honey Badger. He's a brand. Like, he knows how to brand himself. He's branded himself as the smallest pound for pound toughest safety that there is. That's how he branded himself. Now the thing about branding is sometimes when you brand yourself, the people buy into it, and you're not as good as the brand. You just seem as good as the brand. Like the brand is he's off the charts as Honey Badger, but actually in between the lines, he's still solid. But I think his brand makes him seem like he's better than he is. Like the fan, he's a fan favorite because of the brand. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? The dyed locks, you know what I'm saying? The golden locks and just the vibe. Like it's that brand. And when it's time to sign a guy that has a brand, like a Beast Mode or Prime Time, that brand, you got to pay that brand. That brand costs a lot.
Yeah, I do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do.
Brand costs a lot.
It costs a lot, yeah.
I love him here though. He said he's want to be a Chief for life, and he may be loyal. He may be loyal to him because they gave him that chance when he slipped. He slipped so far down. He was off of the charts almost. So it's like they gave him a chance. You never forget who helped you up when you was drowning. You never forget that person.
That's right. Yeah, that's true.
So he may take a cut to stay here, a price cut. I mean, I'm saying pay cut to stay here. He may.
Okay.
I think he's out. I think he's out of here. My gut's telling me he's out of here.
He's out. Okay.
My gut's telling me he's out of here though. As much as I love him as a player, you know what I'm saying? He's not a big hitter, but he's a ball hawk and he got a high IQ. Mm-hmm. Not a big hitter. Yeah, I came off the Steve Atwaters. Like, I want you to come down and crack something. Crack something. He ain't that kind of player because he's a little slight inside, but he got heart, and that heart, his teammates feed into it, and it really helps the program.
Yeah, definitely. I would love for the Chiefs to keep Honey Badger.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's going to happen because of the money situation.
You know, the business side.
Tyreek Hill is about to get paid a lot.
Yeah, he deserves it too. He definitely deserves
Yeah.
it.
So
He's another brand cheetah. You gotta pay that brand.
So they're giving Tyreek his money. Kelsey is already getting his. Patrick Mahomes, now he's entered that part of his contract where he's gonna start getting paid his. Somebody's gonna get left out.
Yeah.
And I feel like Tyrann Mathieu is gonna get left out. If it does if they do separate, it will be up to Juan Thornhill to make sure that secondary is right. So
he got it in him. He got it in him.
Yeah, I mean he's good.
He's another high IQ guy.
Yeah,
he don't have a brand, so you know.
Yeah, I love Juan Thornhill. That's why
he don't have an ego because he don't have a brand, which is good for team ball, for the cohesiveness and the a team of a perfect team or a championship team is like a mosaic, right? It's like different pieces that come together to make a perfect picture. And sometimes you don't need a lot of ego involved in that. You don't need it. Sometimes you don't really need the branded players. But I think Thornhill, I think he can be a leader too. It's not even a vocal leader, just a statistical leader where he just shows up, he makes his plays, he goes home.
Right, that's it.
I think he can be that kind of player. Yeah. He already is for real.
Yeah, he is. That's why I always felt comfortable when he was playing instead of Daniel Sorensen, because I knew that Juan Thornhill was gonna make the right play.
Mm-hmm.
He was gonna make sure, say, no, I don't need to be there. I need to be here. Yep. And for him to be so well at such a young age, his ceiling is way up there.
Mm-hmm.
So he will be fine without Honey Badger, but the two of them together make that secondary what we saw for some of the second half of the season. Yeah, where it's like, oh wow, nobody is scoring. Like, yeah. So, like I said, I hope that the Chiefs can keep Tyrann Mathieu. I just don't see where they're going to get the money.
Right.
They are letting Sorensen go. Yes. Frank Clark, they're saying that they're going to let him go too.
Yeah.
Thank God again on that, because Frank Clark was a waste of money.
And he got rich, didn't he?
He got rich for nothing.
He got rich, didn't he?
He got rich because he had 2 good playoff games the year the Chiefs won the Super Bowl. Like, he did good.
What have you done for me lately?
Yeah, what have you done for me lately?
So if you end the season, you end the conference championships, going to the Super Bowl, you end that on a high note, going into a contract year, you're gonna fool a lot of people.
Yep.
Exactly. Fool a lot of people.
And he fooled the Chiefs. He fooled them, and they got that big guy. Because when he got it, I was like, well, what?
Boy, set us back a couple years.
Yeah, I was like, why? He didn't do nothing until the playoffs started. And then they gave him a big contract, and then he didn't do nothing after that. So I'm going to look up his contract here in just a second. But so Frank Clark being gone, I know Darius Smith from the Packers. That's a name that's been thrown around to take a Frank Clark spot. I'm not mad at that one either.
No.
The Chiefs can find a way to get a Darius Smith in here. Now we got a pass rush.
Right. And that takes with that pass rush, that takes a lot of pressure off of a Thornhill. That takes a lot of pressure off of the corners that we never pay a lot for. You know, those little young rookie contract corners is, you know what I'm saying, takes pressure off of them. They're on an island, but then again, the quarterback is either running around before he throws it or he's getting hit. So that's what the pass rush always. If you spend money up front, it takes pressure off you guys in the back. They don't have to make tackles. We got safeties and corners that be making 50 tackles. Like that's because there's no pressure up front. The quarterback always gets the ball out. We never had that many tackles.
No, should not.
Those should be linebacker tackles.
Yeah, linebackers. Exactly. Yes. So I'm looking at Frank Clark's contract. He has 2 years remaining on a 5-year deal that was $101 million.
That's robbery. That is robbery.
Oh my!
Look, that's robbery, and I think he should be brought up on charges, federal charges.
That is unreal. Get paid $101 million to do nothing. He had 4. I'm looking at the stats here. He had 4.5 sacks this past season. That's it. I mean, that is just a total waste of money. Yeah.
The thing about Frank Clark, like you said, he came up big at the end of the season, and he passes the eye test. See, some coaches, a lot of coaches actually, they fall for the eye test. The 5% body fat guy, you know what I'm saying? The tall guy with the shoulders that's wider than the door frame. You know, they fall. He passes the eye test. He looks like a baller. But when that ball snaps, somebody's handling him. You know what I'm saying? He's getting handled. He's not really getting to the play. Yeah. He tricked everybody.
He fooled everybody and got rich. Frank Clark got rich off of 2. He in that Super Bowl against the 49ers, he was putting pressure on Jimmy G, but he got rich off of 3 good playoff games in that season. And it's just amazing. He had 4.5 sacks this past season, and then in 2020, that's when he signed that deal. He only has 6.
Yeah.
So since he got paid, he's only had 10.5 sacks.
And that tells you how thirsty our team was for a defense, for a difference maker on defense. We were just really thirsty at that time, you know.
Right.
Yeah. Hopefully they stay more level-headed with they after they get rid of him. Hopefully, and Sorensen, and they, you know what I'm saying, get some more defenders. Hopefully they stay more level-headed. You know what I'm saying, and not so. Yeah, I can't do that again.
You can't just throw away $101 million, Brett. Brett Veach, we can't throw around money like that, man. We can't do it because now we got to eat the last. So it was a 5-year deal. So we got to eat the last 3 years now, and ship him off somewhere because he's not performing up to that contract.
Right.
So here's a comment from Damien. What's up, Damien? He's always watching all the different shows here on the ASAP network. I appreciate you watching, Damien. Question he had was, how concerned are y'all with having Nagy back as quarterbacks coach? Do y'all think he will have Mahomes under more pressure, knowing how Nagy likes to treat the QBs to stay in the pocket? Let me start this one off. I'm not concerned because all Matt Nagy has to do is this. Patrick Mahomes, what do you see? What do you like? When they're running this coverage, what are you looking at? That's it. That's all Matt Nagy has to do.
Yeah.
I don't need Matt Nagy to give in those
micromanaging
suggestions or micromanage. I don't need him to do
micromanaging. I hate the micromanaging position coaches. Like Pat don't need that. Like you said, he needs somebody to bring out the best in him, like to get him to be more. He's already cerebral. He's already a thinker when he's out there. He just goes a lot with the acrobatics. But that's a gift of his. That's a gift of his that he can throw underhand, sidearm, 3/4 arm, shuttle passes, flips. He can do all of that. Like it takes confidence to do that as well. So you're right. He's an alpha male, and he definitely don't need Nagy trying to play too big of a role. And see, the thing about it, it's kind of like taking an ex-girlfriend back. It's like taking an ex back. You're gonna get the same thing. Like he was good, but we let him go for a reason. We let him go flourish, go see what you can be.
All right.
Next thing you know, I'm back. What you come back for? I thought you was doing good over there. What happened? Something went wrong. He came back knocking at the door.
Chicago found out he wasn't as good. He was the girl that looked good, so you wanted to be with her. And then after being with her for a while, it's like,
I don't know about right.
You look good, but hey,
that's how I feel about that. That's how I feel about bringing him back as a quarterback coach. That's kind of how I feel. The same soup warmed over. Like he fits in the not bad category. But when you're building a dynasty, not bad is not good enough. When you're building a dynasty,
that's right.
You need elite. You need elites all the way around, kind of, or people to support your elites, good supporting cast.
Exactly. And I feel like it's just grooming him because they know that EB is going to be on his way out next year.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, we'll give Matt Nagy. He'll be the quarterback's coach this year, and then he'll swing into the offensive coordinator role next season. And if he does, all it is going to be Andy calling plays.
Yep.
And Matt Nagy going to be standing there.
Yep.
That's all
he gonna do Big Red's footwork. So Big Red gonna stay between the 45 and the 45. He gonna go down to the 20.
Yeah, he all the way down.
he just Andy's feet. That's about all. He don't need him to think or nothing. Just my feet. That's all.
That's the feet, exactly. So basically, it will be Andy calling the plays if Matt Nagy does turn out to be the coordinator after this next season. Damon said, by the way, y'all welcome for having him back. Chicago was happy that Matt Nagy was gone. Yeah, I know Damian and Mike were very happy about that. Let's touch on real quick the whole Patrick Mahomes versus Eric Bieniemy thing. I'll let you start off with that, RJ. So the report came out.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick Mahomes, Eric Bieniemy kind of got into it at halftime of the AFC Championship game, partly because of that play at the end of the half.
Mm-hmm.
Supposedly, now this is how the story goes. Okay, so Bieniemy thought the Chiefs had one timeout left.
Okay.
In that situation. So he called the play that he called, and Patrick, trusting in him, said, okay, we got the timeout. Okay, fine. And as we all know, the run the play, Tyreek didn't get in, okay, and then clock, goes, clock goes down to 0.
Yeah.
They had some words. Andy Reid had to come in and say, hey, both of y'all, chill out. And we saw how the offense was in the second half. First off, can they get past whatever the beef is or was?
I think they can get past it.
Can they get past it enough to get back to the Super Bowl?
I like to believe they can. And we were all upset about Patrick either. We were upset about not knowing the amount of timeouts because that's IQ, that's game management, that's like, okay, time management as well. So they failed in three categories right there: time management, field awareness, because Cheetah, you know, he didn't get out of bounds because all he needed was a second left on the clock. And like I said, something happened in the locker room. Like you said, it's an argument. And basically, I look at the Chiefs, a team that good spends a lot of time together. They become more than coworkers, more than teammates, more of a family. And we all know about family, they can disagree. And what I tell people about sibling rivalries and things like that, we all disagree, but never totally cut someone off because of a disagreement, because God made us all different. We're all supposed to have varying opinions. So it's like when two alpha males have varying opinions, they're gonna butt heads, but it's like at the end of the day, shake hands. You might smack each other, who cares? But at the end of the day, shake hands and remember what the goal is. You never forget. See, that's a team concept that builds a dynasty. They always remember the goal. They always remember why they started, where they're going, and they always are on one accord with that. So I think Bieniemy wants to win still, and I think Mahomes wants to win still, and I think whatever family feud they had is smaller than that. So I think they'll be able to get past it and get back on the track on another road to a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think they can get past it as well.
A little family feud.
It was a family feud.
It never should have went public. Like family feud never go public because by the time Bieniemy and Mahomes, they probably made up already behind closed doors. But look how many angry fans you got all over the world.
Oh yeah.
So people are asking for Bieniemy to get the boot. I'm like, get the boot over an argument that none of us heard or seen.
Everybody's taking sides on it.
Yeah, everybody's taking sides because it's a family business. Should never get in the street.
That's the thing.
Never get in the streets.
And it was funny because I saw the story, and that same story, the website, that it was a Chiefs site, and like 2 days later they took it off. And I'm like, well, somebody must have said something.
Did the article have a publisher? Was it a name publisher, or was it just like what they call with the mask, anonymous? Put it out there. Anonymous wrote that letter.
It was someone he's like a Chiefs insider person,
right?
And, so I have seen some of his stories that he's done, and he's always, been. It's never been a lie.
Okay,
you see what I'm saying? So when I saw it, I was like, well, this must be, this must have some legs to it. And and then other sites like Yahoo Sports, started getting it and all that. And then the Chiefs side kind of was like, like they took it off.
I hate that. I just hate that got out.
Yeah.
And that, well, we did learn something. Like I don't think Pat was on the take, even though I did say that weekend after the game, and probably a week after that, I was still saying that like somebody must have slid something under the table and somebody did something. But really, no. It's just that they had never clashed like that before. And high stakes game, it's a high pressure situation, and the pressure just didn't create a diamond that day. They may have had that same argument before, but that pressure created a diamond that day. This time it burst the pipes. Like they came out so flat.
Yeah.
It looked like people thought Vegas got involved. That's how flat it got.
Yeah.
And I don't believe it did. I just think that family feud, because I think that there's a respect for each other, and respect has love in it. And I just think whatever was said, it hurt Mahomes' feelings. And Mahomes is not a robot. He's okay. He can have feelings. He can have feelings. You know what I mean? Yeah. I just think I think his feelings was hurt, and he plays better when he's a happy guy. And I think I think whatever was said made him unhappy. And when you pay somebody that much, it's like a spoiled child. You have to treat them with kid gloves after that. Mm-hmm. You got to make sure he's happy. You know what I'm saying? You got to cater to him after that, because he is giving you spectacular plays. He is giving you off the chart numbers. He is going to be here for another 10 years, you know, God willing. So it's like, you know, I think his feelings got hurt, and I think I think it'll never happen again, of course. And I think we're back on, you know what I'm saying? We'll get back there. We always do. We'll get back there. But it's gonna take Bieniemy, it's gonna take the coaching staff, Big Red, it's gonna take everybody to get back to that family unit, and they're gonna have to learn to draw a line in the sand of things they can say to each other, and draw a line in the sand where we're not gonna put our hands on each other even when we disagree. And I think once they get that line in the sand drawn and that mutual respect, I think they can look each other in the eye and get right back in the huddle and get right back to the championship.
Yes. Yeah, I do too. It is kind of messed up how it kind of got leaked like that.
Yeah.
So
you gotta. I don't know who leaked it, but man, are they? look, they did that once. They can do it again, because look how much attention. Look at the firestorm in the media and controversy that it caused.
Yeah.
Whoever did that may want to do that again, because you know attention is a drug in this social media era. So whoever that was may want to do it again. Like they said, this is only 1/5 of what I really know. I could really just write a whole book on this. I could really just write an anthology on what I know about being. You know what I mean? So hopefully they stay quiet, or hopefully they'll just, you know, hope they figure out who it was and you know, get him a DP, disciplinary action, or
say, hey, things that are in-house stay in-house. Let's not let everybody in the world know what's going on.
Right.
We can do that after, you know, the book that's out now with the Patriots dynasty and all that, what Bill Belichick did, and that, that's after. We can do that after it's done. Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind that.
We don't need no tell-alls right now.
We don't need it right now. Yeah.
Keep it. Whatever you're sprinkling in that chili sauce, keep that secret recipe. We don't need to know what it is. Just make sure it tastes good when it's Sunday.
Make sure it tastes good. That's it. That's it, man. So, but I am excited for the free agency moves that I think the Chiefs are going to do. Anytime you have Patrick Mahomes as your quarterback, my thinking in the Patrick Mahomes era is Super Bowl or bust every year.
Every year. He's proven himself to be that good.
Yeah, and some people think, well, that's too much pressure. It's like, no, it's not. The Patriots, when they had Tom Brady, it was Super Bowl or bust. They didn't win it every year, but every year it was Super Bowl or bust.
Yeah,
like that.
When you sell out your stadium and you sell out every season ticket there is, that's what they're showing up for.
Mm-hmm.
They're showing up. They show up and they go to St. Joe in the summer, in August, and they take it from there, and they want to take it all the way until February.
Yeah,
the fans are locked in like that. The fans believe like that. That's why you can feel the electricity when you're out there. You can feel it at home on the couch. You can feel the electricity. So it's like, it's definitely Super Bowl or bust. Definitely.
Yeah, it's Super Bowl or bust. We do play the Bengals again this year. I look forward to that one. I'm circling that one. I'm circling that one because it was a lot of people that said Joe Burrow was better than Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
I want to see those same people after this next game.
I love to see him cry after he lost. That was
that was the best part of the Super Bowl. Was that?
Yeah. and then you know what? When he thought he was injured, he cried too.
Oh, he did. He was.
So he really showed who he was. Now he because he's used to winning. And the thing about college, we've seen a lot of people be a beast in college and come to the NFL. It's like every 75% of the people in the NFL was the man in college. Oh. So it's like what you do in college it doesn't always carry over. But Burrows is good. He is good, but he's not better than Mahomes. No. And I'm not even being biased. He's just just sitting back watching. He's not as good. And okay, it's like we know who the best player on our team is.
Yep.
You don't know that about him.
Oh yeah. Well, it's between him and Chase, Jamar Chase for the Bengals for best player. That really irritated me during the Super Bowl week was you had people saying Joe Burrow was better than Patrick Mahomes. Then you had people saying didn't even have Patrick Mahomes in their top 5. And I said, this is getting dumb. So because you have one bad half, the first bad half you've had in your whole entire career in the playoffs,
right?
You are now not a top 5 quarterback. I said, where do people get this from? We live in a moment so much where we're like, yeah, okay, Patrick Mahomes lost, so he sucks now. It's like, what? And the people they had ahead of him, they had, they had Burrow, they had Justin Herbert, who is good, but his team was not in the playoffs.
Nope.
Justin Herbert is good. He's not better than Patrick Mahomes.
No, he can't hold it. He can't hold a candle to him.
There it is. So
hold a candle to him.
When people make these lists and they work for ESPN or Fox Sports or I said, well, how did y'all get on with these networks and you don't have one of the best quarterbacks in your top 5? I'm questioning your football smarts at this point. So.
And then a lot of people when they ask their opinion about a certain player, a lot of times they go for the gusto, they go for the clickbait, and they overstate what they actually mean. Like, oh, he sucks. Well, no, he doesn't suck. He's just not your favorite. You know what I'm saying? Say what you really mean. Like a lot of people just overstate just for clickbait. You know what I'm saying? Just overstate things for clickbait.
Yeah, for clickbait. Yeah, you're right. You're right on that. And it was just one of those deals where, as a Chiefs fan, it was irritating because it was like, I know Patrick Mahomes all of a sudden didn't get bad. Just because he had one bad half, everybody was kind of making it seem like he wasn't that guy anymore. And it's like, no,
right?
He's still that guy. Like,
yeah, that's how good he is. That when he stumbles, he don't even have to trip and fall. When he stumbles, people notice the stumble and blow it out of proportion. Oh, he stumbled. It's like, no, that's how good he is. Yeah, he's so good that his mistakes get magnified. He's held under a microscope, which comes with the territory of all those hundreds of millions he signed for. You're gonna be under a microscope, which is why after the Bieniemy situation at halftime, that's why everybody noticed how bad he came out and how flat he came out, because he's under a microscope. We noticed his body language on the sideline, just like in the Super Bowl against San Fran. When we were down, we noticed him pumping everybody up. Let's go, guys, let's go. We noticed that. So we noticed he's not doing that as well. So he's under a microscope, and he's like I said, he's the best player in the league, if you ask me. For what's asked of him?
Yes.
For what's asked of him, like he has to play great ball for the Chiefs to win.
Yes.
That's what makes him MVP caliber every year.
I'm gonna get this last question in before we sign off. Is Patrick Mahomes better than Josh Allen?
Yes.
All right. Yes. I'll be having debates with people like, oh no, Josh Allen is better. It's like, no.
Yeah.
Allen,
Do you remember?
Josh Allen is good. He's really,
go ahead.
He's really good. And in that playoff game, look, if they would have won the coin flip and went down the field and all that, we'll be saying Josh Allen is, but Josh Allen showed me something in that playoff game. I will say that. He showed me something in there.
He's mentally tough. He's
very.
just not as gifted. He's not as gifted, but he's mentally tough.
He is. He's very mentally tough. Yeah. And his quarterback runs, it's not like a regular quarterback run because he's so stocky in his legs. So he's basically like another back, like another running. Yeah.
You know how hard it was for people to bring Roethlisberger down?
Oh yeah.
That's how hard it is to bring Allen down, except he's even way more athletic.
More athletic.
He's a problem. He's a problem. And when he decides to scramble, he's heads and shoulders bigger than these DBs that's trying to get him down anyway.
Yeah.
He's a huge guy out there running.
Yeah, that's why when Josh Allen is running, you have to get him before he gets in that secondary.
Yeah,
your linebackers have to get there, because if he gets past that, boy, it's gonna be a long day for them corners.
He's not gonna slide either. He's gonna try to run you over. He's gonna try to run you over.
No, he's gonna try to run you over. That's right.
Run you over.
That's right.
But see, with that, he's gonna meet his match one day, and he's gonna end up like our favorite concussion-prone quarterbacks. Vic and our favorite concussion-prone quarterbacks. Like, I wish he wouldn't have did that.
Yeah. Somebody will catch you slipping one day, and that is possible. That is possible. I just feel like Patrick is just a little bit better than Josh Allen. The whole 13-second thing, nobody else could have did that, but
nope.
There's only two quarterbacks that could do that. I mean, you say it like that. Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes.
Tommy and Pat.
Because it was crazy, because when that was going on, I was the only one in my house. I was like, we're about to get a field goal and tie this game.
Me too.
Yeah. And everybody was like, no. I was like,
people had gave up. I'm like, no. If there's any time left, he's gonna take advantage of it and use it to the best of his ability. And he creates magic. Sometimes you need a little magic. You need a little blessing. He's an anointed type of player. He just makes things happen sometimes.
He makes it happen, yeah. And I'm glad that we're gonna have Patrick for the next decade plus. And these games and the whole entire AFC conference. You have Patrick, you have Justin Herbert, Josh Allen, and now Joe Burrow. It's going to be hard to get out the AFC from this point forward.
All that competition is going to make everybody better. We're about to see a lot of record years.
Yes,
because everybody's going to push everybody to be better. So it's about to be real interesting. But I think, I think we got them. I think we got that secret recipe. I think so. Like, we had to have a catastrophic failure to not win a Super Bowl. When have we ever been able to celebrate a team like that? Like, this thing had to implode from the inside just for them to lose.
Yep. The two losses. So the loss in the Super Bowl with Tampa Bay, the whole offensive line was injured.
Yep.
And then you had the second half collapse with the Bengals. So it took two things that are basically, well, the first one is you definitely can't, control who gets injured and all that in the Super Bowl with Tampa. And the second one, it could have been better offensive play calls in the second half, especially that last drive in the fourth quarter. But like you said, it took two like catastrophic things for the Chiefs to not win the last two Super Bowls. That says a lot about the team, honestly. Because last year the Chiefs were 3-4.
Mm-hmm.
And they almost took that thing all the way to the Super Bowl. Yeah. So because I was on my other show saying how horrible the defense was when they were 3-4. So yeah. So the AFC, the competition. It's going to be hard to get out of the AFC, but I feel like every year the team that gets out of the AFC, they're going to be battle tested and ready in that Super Bowl every time because they have gone through the battles to get there.
Yeah.
So, man, I'm just excited. I know the Chiefs play the Bills too. Yeah. Chiefs play Buffalo too next season, so that's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
As well. Last comment: Damian Lamar Jackson can do that too sometimes. I'm not gonna.
Lamar pulls it down. He's dope, but he pulls it down and runs a lot.
Yeah, he pulls it
down a lot.
Yeah, I don't think he could have did the 13-second deal, but Lamar Jackson is he a top 10 quarterback when healthy? Maybe.
In the pocket or overall?
Yeah.
Overall, he does a lot with his feet.
Yeah. His passing, he still needs to do better on his passing. But overall, I mean, the game that we played against him last year, he was doing whatever he wanted.
Right.
In that game. But I feel like once his passing gets to a level where he's what's the word I'm looking for? Consistent.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not okay. He done completed 8 straight passes, and now he's had 9 straight incompletions. When Jackson stops doing that, then we'll be talking about him as a possibly a top 10 quarterback. Right now, I still have him a little bit out of that. Yeah. I have him maybe 12th or something like that. As of now. So but that will do it for the first episode of Red Kingdom. I had an awesome time with my co-host RJ.
Thanks for having me. Yeah,
and we will be back next week. So we're gonna try to be with y'all on Saturdays at 2 p.m. Central with all the Chiefs news for that week. It is the off season now, so whenever there's news, we'll be sure to bring that to y'all. And then, of course, you guys already know when the season starts back up, we're definitely going to be back every week. So I appreciate everyone for watching. RJ, anything you want to say? Any final thoughts?
Yeah, just thanks for having me on here, and congratulations. I heard you having a little football player of your own. So
yes. Thank you so much. Yes. I will be having a son.
And he'll be part of Chiefs. He'll be part of Chiefs Kingdom. I bet he'll be 6. He'll probably be 3 months old when he wear that first red and gold jersey.
Yeah. Hopefully within that first year, get to have that Super Bowl.
Right.
championship. Yeah. So
I had my daughter in 19, and that was a good year for us.
Yes, yes, sir. So so July 24th, he's supposed to be here. So
Blessing.
yeah, so I am definitely looking forward to that. Looking forward to being a dad and raise him up to be a Chiefs fan. And he's gonna have he's gonna have the good years. He don't have to suffer like I did.
Right.
He did. I had to suffer through Elvis Gerbag. I had to go through Tyler Thigpen. I had to do all that.
Over the hill, Joe Montana.
Over the hill, Joe Montana. Yeah, I mean, we got to the championship game.
Warren Moon. We had Warren Moon.
Yeah, all that, all those quarterbacks, and now the Alex Smith years were decent, and the Trent Green years were decent, but yeah, we suffered a lot.
Right.
And I'm glad that
on the bigger and better. Let's bring on the championship.
Yes, Patrick Mahomes era now. So yes, definitely looking forward to it. So that'll do it for us. For my co-host RJ, I am Greg, and we'll see y'all next time. Peace.
All right.
All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making a plays. You talking the game, get you to the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, they working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.